Welcome. I'm reacting to The Triangle of Sadness. The reason for this is I do write for an actual newspaper as a movie critic, and somehow we didn't cover this film, and then it got nominated for Oscars, so I was asked, please review this so that we can publish it in the paper before the Oscars happen. And I thought, well, I could simply watch the film and write my review with a camera right here, turned off, or I could just hit record and you'll get to enjoy it along with me. Or not enjoy it, I don't know. Presumably it's good if it's nominated. As always, this is a commentary. It is not a market substitute. Please support the original. And no spoilers in the comments when recommending movies. Remember, that means title and year of release. Anything else will disqualify it.
Smiley brands are the cheap ones, and the more expensive the brand gets, you start to look down on your consumer. Like,
that is true.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's back to H&M again. Yay! We're just kidding.
Oh, that's
so
funny.
Cheap. We're so happy. Yes. Everybody, come closer together.
This is so accurate.
Balenciaga's back. Ooh, fiercer than ever. From us, H&M is here again. Yay! Balenciaga and H&M. Balenciaga. And H&M! Ow, everybody give it up for these guys! Fabulous!
Oh, look at the little doggy! So cute.
Can you relax your triangle of sadness?
Oh.
That's like between your eyebrows.
Oh my, that's the triangle of sadness?
When you say thank you, honey, like that, I mean, you don't really give me an option but to pay.
How many glasses of wine did you have?
Oh, sure,
Like,
sure.
like three
Shut
more,
up.
right?
Okay, that's not
This
what
is-
I mean. That's
This is
not
pretty
what I mean.
accurate,
It all evens
whether
out, you know?
you're dating or with a friend. Thank goodness for Venmo now.
Sure, but then you picked up the bill and I thought you wanted to pay, so I said, thank you, honey.
Okay, but it was there for such a long time. I mean,
I didn't see it.
This is so awkward and realistic.
Is that not, that's literally what's happening.
that's not
here.
what happened. I'm just pointing out the fact that you talk
Why
about
are
this.
you so obsessed with money?
I'm not obsessed with money. Can you just sit down, please?
Are we enjoying ourselves?
Not really. I feel like we're going to get a bunch of vignettes because they're really spending a lot of time here. I don't know if it's going to be like a single story. Great sound design here with that vroom, with the windshield wiper, accentuating the awkward silence.
So your intention was to pay me back?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
So why did you take the €50 bill? What? I'm just saying what happened, Yaya.
Oh my god, okay.
I want it to be equal, yeah.
That poor elevator. So basically we have Star Maidens, the movie.
So there's nothing else to this for you, other than, increasing the followers on our Instagram and all of that.
I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it?
The success of a luxury cruise, it mainly depends
Ah,
on two moments.
we're on to the next story, I think.
Number one, the first hours the guests are on board. And number two, the last day the guests are on board.
That's a good point. The first and the last day have to be successful.
Okay, I come back later. Sorry, ma'am.
Oh, I feel for the cleaning crew. Ah, the Instagram boyfriend. I've seen this happen. What I need to find is a girlfriend where we can do this for each other.
If I started smiling at the hot stewardess and, giggling and saying, hey, like you did, then you wouldn't like it, would you?
I love the fly right here. Honestly, the sound design is what's most impressed me so far.
Honey.
I always turn my camera sound off when I'm out taking pictures like this. The sound could get annoying. Oh yeah, they're definitely influencers. One of the problems is your food can get cold. Because by the time you take pictures of the food on the plate and you pretending to eat the food and all this stuff, you don't actually get to experience it. That's the problem with travel is, are you traveling while taking pictures or are you traveling and experiencing? And I don't think you can do both at the same time.
No, I'm gluten intolerant.
It's just for the pictures. We got this cruise for free.
And this is my husband, Winston. We're from Great Britain.
Yes, I know. I've seen you in other movies. Oh. He chose the right person to take a picture anyway. She knows what she's doing.
I just want to ask you when you're able to hold the captain's dinner. Any day but Thursday.
Thursday's good.
No, Thomas. Thursday's bad.
Oh no.
Okay.
The real question is, why is security this high? I mean, if they're just on a cruise, where are they exactly? Looking at comments. Of course she has different bathing suits, probably sponsored suits as well. What's funny is this is kind of what vacations have become. I almost think you have to make an agreement before going on a trip with someone these days as to what the phone usage will be. I remember going somewhere with someone and it was still fun, but she was on her phone almost the entire time. I felt like I was just invisible. And then there have been times when I go somewhere with someone and I'm doing, my filming and vlogging and stuff. And I feel like I'm ignoring them. It makes me feel really terrible because I did warn them. But every time I'm filming something and they're standing right there, I'm just like, am I being rude, It needs to be always said up front what both people plan to do. Like, this is a photo shoot day. We're both going to just pull our phones out at any time, just constantly taking pictures. And then maybe the next day of the vacation, you agree, this is a no phone day. We keep the phone in the bag and just experience things together. Maybe it doesn't have to be the whole day, maybe just a half day. But it's really interesting seeing this in a movie because it's something that's not talked about a lot. That is the fakest smile from a staff member ever. She's really trying. I just want to jump overboard.
Why don't you go for a swim?
Yeah, well, that's so kind of you, madam. But unfortunately, we're not allowed to go for a swim during working hours.
This will only take half an hour.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah,
The really interesting thing about this, and perhaps what gave the inspiration, is in the Middle Ages, and I think into the Tudor period as well, there were certain days in the year when roles were reversed. For example, Twelfth Night. It's something we've lost in modern society. It's not a holiday that has survived. I hope she's being paid really well. Ah.
No, I mean, that would be the easiest, but they want us to go from the water slide, and it's not even funny. I mean, why are you laughing, Eric? Of course, I can get the first officer for you. He's not doing anything right now.
Oh.
Could you show the guest the book?
He's not doing anything right now. I feel like everyone who works on cruise ships and smaller yachts like this just needs a sainthood. Ugh.
Thomas.
At a certain point, you need to just pick the lock.
I repeat, the captain's dinner will be held
He's
at
the captain?
8:30. Thank you.
Why? Good.
Yeah, just came out of the Hunger Games.
I'll be back in a couple of hours. And we'll...
I think you kind of need to keep a better eye on him, though, than leaving him alone another couple of hours. I feel like this is going to have a really explosive ending. I'm not sure what it's going to be. I don't know, this film feels very French to me. Like, just the pacing and the style and the attention to detail. Like a Jacques Tati, almost. They said a storm was coming in on Thursday, which is today. All of the wine glasses are going to start sliding. Yeah, there they go. There's a reason why on tall ships you'll see little lips on the edges of tables, and it's because of this. I've spent enough time on ships that are rocking and rolling a bit to know that, yeah, your wine glass will slide across the table, but it's fine because it will hit that little boop at the edge, and you just catch it. It's amusing because sometimes it's really going like this, and your glass will just go zoop, zoop, zoop. It's kind of fun, actually, when your dinner is moving and you're trying to catch it and eat. This is making me really want to go see Titanic that just went out in theaters again. I think that will depend on whether we're doing D&D tomorrow or not. It's so hard to get a quorum for that.
But then I saw the sails.
They were dirty.
The sails. Oh.
Yeah. And they were dirt gray. Do you think it's possible to wash them?
This is a motorized vessel,
Yeah.
so we don't have any sails.
Oh, that's a good point. I actually haven't seen any. Oh, such a Karen. Apologies to all the Karens out there. You have a beautiful name. But you know what I mean. Here we go. Gold plates. I do like that theme here. Because you don't want too much gold. It gets overwhelming and just gauche. But little subtle touches here and there, it's effective.
For tonight's first meal, we will be serving you some delicious oysters with some Black Russian caviar.
Sorry, any many fans out there?
Producing products in precision engineering.
Oh, they're back.
What do you manufacture?
Well, our products have been employed in upholding democracy all over the world.
Oh, weapons. I see. Oh, I have a feeling this is just gonna slowly get worse and worse.
Seaweed on top of your
Yum.
truffle, caviar, chili oil.
I think she's gonna throw up in it though. It's gonna slide the other way now. Ew, splash. Oh,
Some hamburger with french fries by the captain.
that looks so good. I'm getting hungry now. We're about to lose him too. Yeah, sparkling wine is better when you're not feeling well. Oh, oh. Oh. I've been there, only on planes. I get horribly airsick. Horribly. Get some ginger ale. I like how he's calmly just finishing dinner. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of cleaning for the poor staff. Oof, nice catch.
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain fan.
Growth for the sake of growth is the ideology of a cancer, son. That's Edward Abbey.
Listen, the problem with socialism is that you eventually run out of other people's money. Margaret Thatcher.
Like this.
What a quote off.
The ship is going under.
Oh, wow.
Stop bullshit and pay taxes.
I don't think a good last day is going to fix their memory of this experience, those passengers.
I'm a shit socialist because I have too much. I have too much abundance in my life.
He has an interesting point here of you should not feel guilty for having abundance, having joy and having the things that you need. But yeah, the wealth inequality has gotten completely out of control. But, you know, it's a difficult, very complicated question. It's interesting that they're bringing it up here and in this manner. I do not envy them this task. That was a great transition from the player piano to the headphones that the staff are wearing and what they're actually listening to. Yeah, this is a mess. Oof. Where have they drifted to? Oh no. So where are those hired security mercenaries? Throw it back!
Oh no!
Oh, interesting choice that they're showing it from this angle and distance. They need to find fresh water and a food source quickly and get a shelter built and then worry about signaling. This must be so disorienting for her, being unable to walk and fully express herself. At least they have rainwater. They'll need to find a way to harness that for drinking later and so forth. Yes, going out alone in the dark is going to be so much safer. Don't leave her! I kind of love how dark and chaotic it was. You should have saved the flares for actually seeing a ship. Oh, good. They're bringing her. They keep leaving her places. Just put Abigail in charge.
Do any of you know how to make a fire?
I don't think any of them even know how to boil water. think what they're doing here is just showing how completely incompetent a lot of them are, even though they have huge bank accounts. So the power dynamics have shifted from them over to Abigail, who was just scrubbing floors earlier.
No, we all worked.
No, you didn't. She's a queen. Love her.
Whoa. Captain, who am I?
Mm-hmm. Captain.
You're the captain.
So we ate all the pretzel sticks.
What happened here? We think we're missing a pack of pretzel sticks. You didn't take it, did you?
No. No.
Now, it could have been a raccoon, to be fair. Perfume? See, if I were here, I would follow Abigail around and try to learn what she's doing.
Seriously. What? I don't know why she asked me, but I'm going to do it, of course.
Really?
Oh, he took the pretzels for
What do you think she
her.
wants with you? You're a young, hot guy. What do you think she's going to do with you?
I don't know. She might want something out of this.
Definitely not a massage.
Well, she's just given me a whole fucking pack of pretzels for you. What do you think? I don't know what to say. I mean, what?
I hate you.
I understand.
These two. This is why I don't date. You made a little game. You know, if you don't start training soon, you're not going to come back and become the Green Arrow.
For 5 years, I was stranded on an island with only one goal: survive. I must become something else.
This whole time they've been afraid of a donkey.
La top.
Why is your hand under her jacket on her chair?
What? It was just, I don't know, it was just there.
They need to tighten up the pacing. It's dragging a little bit. And this is speaking as someone who generally likes slower paced things. I guess I'm a medium pacing person.
I'm gonna go for a hike over the mountain and see if I can find something.
That's a good idea, actually.
I need some time alone with her.
Yeah, I figured. Does she just want to talk, or... That was not the best outfit to be stuck on an island in, as cute as it is. This is a really pretty spot. That's a small island. Oh no, they found the one person who can't talk. That's a plastic chair. Elevator?
A what?
It's a resort!
It's been here the whole time. Except now this threatens Abigail and her leadership. So will Yaya survive this? It means it's all ending for her. There's a lot of rocks around here that she could... Yeah.
Abigail, maybe you can come and work for me. You could be my assistant.
Interesting soundtrack choice here. I'll have to take it out for the reaction. It's like clubbing music. Very upbeat for a not so upbeat scene. Interesting. Alright, they're not going to tell us. This was definitely a very intriguing film. However, I do think it ran a little bit long. The most compelling part was the section on the yacht, especially towards the end in the storm. Even though it got very vulgar, it at least captured my attention. I mentioned multiple times that the sound design was excellent. Definitely the highlight here. And I liked the ending. How you could interpret it either way. I looked up a little YouTube video at the end from an interview just for fun. And it sounds like the actor's just kind of playing along and we don't really know what happens at the end. Although obviously if you left a body right there at the resort, they would figure it out. And I'm sure the other castaways would sort through it eventually. And we saw him running through the woods to find Yaya, so I think it's all going to come out. Intriguing idea of, at the beginning, kind of gender flipping roles, and then towards the end, more of a class flipping of who's in charge and who's not. I think this was attempting to be a very intellectual film, and at times it succeeded, and other times not so much. I don't think this is something I would want to rewatch. And I don't think it should have been nominated for Best Picture.